KOZ Raw. It's about raw. I'm filthy. Hey, it's the KOZ Raw for this week, and I'm TJ Greeny. I was thinking, man, I had some really powerful reminders of who our kids are, who our boys are, what's going on in their hearts. So my oldest son, Cody, is in his 40s now, and he went on a solo mule deer hunt in Colorado. Spent several days up there just chasing muleys in the sagebrush. Just, 9, 10, 11,000 feet. This is crazy, cool, and just doing it solo, which was really important for him to be able to do. But he was telling me, he said, Dad, I didn't get my deer this year. I didn't stick my mule deer hunt. He said it's pretty hard to get within 30, 40 yards of a giant mule deer in sagebrush with a stick and a string and an arrow. And I thought, man, yeah, I get that. But he said something that was really powerful. He said, Dad, one of the things that was really important to me was to, when I was a kid and we went elk hunting with their Uncle John, he said, I remember once we had killed an elk and we came back down to camp and ate, and we were having to go back up, and I just wanted to start crying. I just didn't want to go back up. And he said, it's haunted me since I was a kid that I didn't just go, just do hard things and just go. And he said, on this trip at 40 plus, I went up, and if I was going somewhere, I went. And if I was tired, I went anyway. And then I proved to myself that that I could do the mountain thing. And I just thought, oh my gosh, all these years. And that one moment that really, it passed me. I remember when he was little, his mom and I were divorced, and I'd get him on Thursdays and first, third, and fifth weekend or something like that. And he told me years later as an adult, he said, the hardest thing was making sure I had everything that I was supposed to have to go to your house on the days I was supposed to go to your house. And if I forgot my tennis shoes, I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want you to get mad, and I didn't want to cause a problem. And so if I forgot something, I just didn't say anything. And I just, man, I was crushed and just thought, man, I had no idea. And so I'm thinking about our KOZ boys and the gift that we are to them, but how much stuff we don't know is going on in their hearts. How much stuff we don't know they're experiencing, yet they put on a happy face. Maybe some of them act out by always being joyful and smiling and happy, but really they're just covering up the hurts. Maybe they act mean, or maybe they just don't come around, they don't engage very well, and it's because of things in their heart, things that have gone on, things that have been said or done that we have no idea about. And it doesn't always have to be something catastrophic. It could just be something that happened to this child, but they'll never share that in a regular situation. You can't put them in a chair, or rarely can you just put them in a chair and say, okay, what the heck's going on? Tell me. And get an honest, trusted, where they trust you enough to share with you. But I was with the little guy last week, and we were building something here at the farm. And I just called his grandma and said, hey, come on, let's come hang out. And for hours he talked about his video games, because that's his life, right? He plays video games, and the people around him are video gamers. That and riding his bike. And about 6 hours into it, I heard everything. I probably heard more, but I don't remember any of it. But I probably heard everything about video games there is to know about video games for kids. But at the end of it, he started talking about real stuff. And we sat down under a tree and cooled off and drank some water or something. And he shared some stuff that he really felt. And it was beautiful. And then at the end of the day, he said, man, this was the greatest day. Thank you so much. And it wasn't anything special. It was just time with him. But just so you know, when you're spending time with these kids, these boys, there is a lot going on in their head. And we don't always know what it is. And we may never know what it is. But that we could be somebody they trust. And if you're with the boys, it's not a time to be yuckety yuck with the other men. It's not the time to be doing, sharing everything that you saw at the football game or basketball game or whatever with the other men while the boys are around. I really want to encourage you to, if you're around some kids, be present. If you're around your kids, be present. I saw a deal where somebody said, how much is all that stuff you want to buy worth? Or can you take that money and take your kids once a year on an adventure, go to an island and go snorkeling, or go to a state park, or just something, and create those kind of memories over stuff? I thought, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So, KOZ leaders, KOZ families, men, man, you are so critical in the rescue mission for the next generation. I hear all this stuff. We see all these people on TV, all these books and magazine articles, and the fatherless this, and all the next generation that, and all the problems with it. But zero to very little solutions. I tell people all the time, don't come to me with homework for me. Don't come saying, you know what you should do? Man, I turn off immediately. Come to me with ideas and solutions. Come show me how you are affecting the next generation, how you're making change, what you're doing, where you're sweating and getting the sweat equity in the next generation, or whatever it is that you want to bitch and moan and complain about. Do it, but you can't do it unless you're really invested in it. Unless you're doing it, man, you're just blowing hot air, and really don't bother me with it. I want to see the guys with, what is it, Jim Ramos with Men in the Arena says, scars on their hands, sweat and blood and dirt on them. That's the guy in the fight. That's the guy in the arena. And I just love that. And that's the guy that gets validation and from Jesus. Like, man, let's go. So keep fighting the fight. Appreciate you, love you. Please like and share this YouTube if it helps, or if it moves the needle, or if you want your other people to see it, liking it and sharing it and liking the channel or subscribing to the channel helps us grow this thing and get it out to more people. Let more people know about KOZ and some super exciting stuff in the future that I can't tell you about quite yet. It's dove season here, deer season coming, just so much happening in the outdoors and our KOZ groups, our churches, and our walk with Jesus, guys. You're awesome. Hope I see you at one of the HTL gatherings coming up pretty soon. I'll be at a couple, and Rick will be at a couple. And if you need something, holler at us. It's It's a team thing. We're a posse of men after the next generation, changing the world for Jesus. So job well done. Men, regulators, mount up.